I want to talk now in this last segment. We're going to hurry this through because it's about 8 minutes and 45 seconds. This is an individual out of the UK who's done some investigation. He says he's got a whistleblower from Glaxo Smith Kline who has looked at the vaccines that are being rushed out. And everybody is rushing these vaccines. They're skipping animal testing. They want human volunteers that they're going to inject people with. Think about that. We're going to inject this into people without proper testing, even though this is supposedly so dangerous that we have shut down the global economy. It's just another one of these double think things that you got to wrap around your head. But I want you to hear what he has to say. I'll tell you who he is when we finish with this clip, but we're running out of time. Let's go ahead and roll number 6. This is supposedly, and again, this is, we'll talk about this later. This is a whistleblower for a major drug company that has told him about some very troubling things that they found in some of these vaccines. Let's roll that clip, video clip 6.
Hello, everybody. I'm here today to give you some more information about who's involved in the vaccine trials and the production of the vaccine, and some information from an alleged GSK insider who believes that certain antigens are going to appear in the vaccine that are going to be harmful to people. And we'll get into that. But first, I just wanted to kind of look at who is running the vaccine trial. And Dr. Andrew Preston spoke on television the other night. And he's from the Department of Biology and Biochemistry at the Milner Centre for Evolution at Bath University. And just looking at the connections between people and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, we found out that he had been given a £28 million grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The people that he worked with, and I'll just quickly run through this. So his collaborators, and this is all on his page at Bath University, is Dr. Eric Harville from Penn State University. He got a £10 million grant from Bill and Melinda. Dr. Ernest from the University of Baltimore in Maryland. They're a massive university, and so the people that he works with there got £7 million. 2.9 of that came from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The rest came from the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases in America, which is run by Anthony Fauci, who is the Chris Whitty of America. There's also a Dr. Caroline Colne. She got 14.5 million. He works with her. Then you've got people who are continually funded. Dr. Philippe Dahotti and Philippe Goffin. They regularly receive support from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So that's who he works with, both here in the UK and in America, Dr. Andrew Preston, and he also works with GSK Biologicals. And they produce, basically, they've got the biggest vaccine production factory in the world, in Wavre, in Belgium. And they produce 2 million doses of over 30 vaccines every single day. Okay. So that's Dr. Andrew Preston. He has clearly got links, major links with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and we've discussed how they've infiltrated the vaccine network. Now we're talking about how they're interfering and trying to manipulate the human trials and delivering these vaccines. So our insider has sent us information, essentially, claims that the vaccine has already been made, and it contains various antigens and a concoction of chemicals, basically, some of which he has delivered to us. So this is what's going to be in there, we believe. So this is not necessarily, I mean, we're 1 foot in this and 1 foot out, but I'm going to go through this, I'm going to present it as though it's the truth, because I believe it is. So, there's going to be an anti-HCG antigen. Now, this is HCG is something for causes sterility in women, and it is also combined with HCG and OLH and 37 amino acid carboxy terminal peptides known as CTP are also in there. The principle of anti-HCG vaccine is to introduce antibodies which combine to HCG and render it biologically inactive. Out of the 63 women they tested with this HCG, 61 of them became infertile. So out of 63 women they tested, GSK tested with this antigen, this concoction of chemicals, 61 became infertile. And they believe that's what's in the vaccine. There's also, so that's the female one. The male, was going to appear in the male vaccines, we believe, is called GnRH, and it results in decreased testicular size. So your testicles are going to shrink. Drop of testosterone levels and marked atrophy of the prostate. This is a sperm-specific mitochondrial antigen. And so what that does is this chemical attacks the sperm, kills its mitochondrial DNA. So it has nothing to deliver. So it will still be alive, it will still be swimming around, but when it goes to the egg, it will have nothing to deliver into that. Its mitochondrial DNA will be damaged. It will be dead. And they tested this on baboons. It's a specific sperm-specific mitochondrial antigen produced an antibody response in baboons and reduced fertility in the females. So that basically means that when these male baboons had sex with female baboons, simply by delivering their sperm into them, they made the females infertile. So if this also is in there, in these vaccines, then men who have sex with unvaccinated women will make them infertile, and everyone else will be infertile, will become infertile. Now, apparently, this isn't going to be seen in the population for 7 to 10 years. Then there will be an explosion of infertility. And what will happen, as I've been told, is that people will die, and people will continue dying, but no one is going to be reborn, thus reducing the population of the United Kingdom massively. Oh, pretty much within a few years. And if this is their intention around the rest of the world, then you're looking at a global population reduction just with these anti-fertility ingredients, which they believe is going to appear in the vaccine. So how do we check this? Well, what I've decided to do is contact independent laboratories. We are going to pay for random testing of the vaccines to see what appears in there. There's also going to be a cluster of cancer chemical agents in there as well, which will cause cancers, apparently. And I'm going to get more details about those later. So we're going to test independently the vaccine to see what's in it, to see if it's safe for people to use on the surface. And I think we're going to set up a board of scientists who are not connected to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation or GSK. We know they're out there because we've been contacted by them. So we're going to start doing that. And what we need for you to do is to support us in that endeavour. So if you go to www.govote.org.uk and sign up, it is the Go Vote system is part of the Go Vote Party, which is under review at the moment with the Electoral Commission, because we're trying to register it as a political party. If you go there, if you sign up, then we'll have your support, and we can then go ahead and start putting pressure on the government, because it's only people that can do this. So whether you want the vaccine or you don't want the vaccine, it doesn't matter, because we're going to independently test it, and then those results then will tell us whether these chemicals are in there or not. Otherwise, we're looking at a massive population reduction scheme, which is what Bill Gates has been going on about for years, that no one really believed. They just thought, oh, well, he's just talking nonsense, really. You know, and rich people tend to have these ideas and stuff and trying to make the world in their own image and all that kind of stuff. We didn't actually think he was being truthful. Now it appears that we actually have evidence to suggest that this is actually what's going into the vaccine. So they needed to be tested independently. We will pay for that. We'll have a number of different scientists all looking at this. So just support us. Just come onto the site, www.govote.org.uk, and sign up. We need about 3 million people, and then after that we will be able to then put pressure on the government, because that's how it works. You know, the more people you get, the more pressure you can apply, and we will hopefully get access to not only the human trials, because we need to test those as well immediately, because the human trials start today, but also the vaccine as well. And constantly throughout the vaccine delivery, we will be taking random samples, and I think that is the best solution. If anyone's got any better ideas, please get in touch. But for now, that's it, and I will come back with another video which is going to be talking about rights, about mandatory vaccines. What are your rights? And I think you'll find that very interesting as well. So thanks for watching.
He goes by the name Zed Phoenix. His original name is, actual name is Ben Fellows. He's out of the UK. That organization, govote.org.uk, they are pushing, it's a public interest organization pushing direct democracy, but he's been involved in the past, I'm told, with the Cook Report, which is kind of a UK version of Project Veritas. That may be why he was sent that information.